Okay, welcome back. Today's lesson is on simultaneous problem solving, that is, solving problems, word problems that end up in simultaneous equations. So it's not new maths. We've seen how to set up an equation before, and our last lesson was on solving simultaneous equations. So we're just going to put those two things together and practice both skills together. So I've got a question here. Rectangle A is half as tall as rectangle B. Rectangle A is 4 centimeters longer than rectangle B. The perimeter of A is 85 centimeters and the perimeter of B is 1.02 meters. And the question, though I haven't written it down, is find the dimensions, the length and the width, and the heights of A. So I'm going to give the dimensions of A names. I'm going to call this the height. I'm going to call this the length, so H and L. And I can write similar things for B because I know rectangle A is half as tall as rectangle B. So if rectangle A is H tall, rectangle B is twice as big, 2H. And if A is 4 centimeters longer than B, then the length of B, the length of B must be L minus 4 because it's 4 centimeters shorter. So I'm working in centimeters. And we get told the perimeter of the two rectangles as well. The perimeter of A is 85 and the perimeter of B is, we're working in centimeters, so 102. 1.02 meters, 102 centimeters. And from there, I should be able to set up two equations. Set up one for A. If we work out the perimeter, well, the perimeter is just the length plus the heights plus the length plus the heights. Length plus height plus length plus height is equal to 85, we're told that. And I can do some simplifying, collect the like terms, the two L's add together to make 2L, and the two H's add together to make 2H. It's equal to 85. So there's one equation. And the second equation, if I add up L minus 4 and 2H, and L minus 4 again, and 2H again, L minus 4, add 2H, add L minus 4, add 2H, that gives me a total of 102. So that's the perimeter there. And again, bit of simplifying. The two L's add together to make 2L, and 2H plus 2H makes 4H, and it's minus 4 and minus 4. Remember, the signs stay with the numbers that come after them. Makes minus 8 is equal to 102. 102. And just so this equation looks like the ones that we're used to, I'm going to get rid of that negative 8. I'm going to add 8 to both sides to get 2L plus 4H is equal to 110. So there's my two equations. I've set up the equations, and because I've got two equations and two unknowns, I'm going to solve them simultaneously. So I'm going to call this equation A and this equation B, and I'm going to do B subtracts A, which will give me, well, that'll get rid of the L's, won't it? 2L minus 2L cancels. 4H minus 2H makes 2H is equal to 110 minus 85 is 110 minus 85 is, calculator at the ready, 25. There we go. I imagine some of you are screaming at your computer screen there. So if 2 h's are 25, then 1 h is 12.5. So that's the height of the rectangle we've worked out to be 12.5 centimeters. Just need to find the length now. So I'm going to pick one of these equations to substitute it back into. I'm going to pick equation A. So from equation A, substitute in 2L plus 2H is equal to 85. And we know that H is 12.5. So that's 2L plus 2 times 12.5 is 85. 2L plus 25 is equal to 85. So take off 25 from both sides, you get 2L is equal to 60. Just can't squeeze it in there. So 1L must be equal to 30. So they're the dimensions of my rectangle. And I can check that in equation B. I can check it in my head, hopefully. 2 L's are 30, 60. And 4 H's are 25, 50. So 60 plus 50 makes 110, which is what we were expecting. Okay, don't want this to be quite as long as the last one, so I'm not going to go through the second question, but I'm going to ask you to have a go at just setting up the equations that need to go before we can solve this problem simultaneously. So Anna and Bob each go to the school stationery shop. Anna buys 3 pencils and 2 rubbers, costing her 91 pence, and Bob buys 4 pencils and 1 rubber, costing 88 pence. How much are pencils and rubbers each? So what I want you to do before you come tomorrow is identify a name, give a letter to the 2 unknowns. So what are the 2 values that we're trying to calculate? And set up the equation that goes with it. The 2 equations. So you should get 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So again, I just want you to jot that down somewhere in your planner, on a piece of paper, wherever, somewhere that you can bring it to class, so that when you come, we're ready to go straight into solving that problem. Okay, and as always, if you have any questions, please bring those with you as well. Okay, best of luck. See you in the lesson.